Hi everyone, welcome to Special Angel Art Dolls. I'm Nicole and I am a mom and collector of these beautiful reborn baby and toddler dolls. And today I have my tiniest little one with me, my sweet little Season. This is Season Bloom and she is a cuddle baby. So her head is beautifully painted by Deborah Miller of Always Tiny and Always Precious and Tiny Reborns. I always mess up that nursery name. And her body is all cloth and weighted and so deliciously snuggly. And we are just comfortably ensconced here in my comfy chair in my room. And this is not how I would normally hold her. I would typically cradle her, but I wanted you to get a straight on look at her beautiful little face. And I actually took the pillow from the Podster. I removed the cover and just draped this muslin blanket over it. And so I'm just going to hold her. And as I said I would, I'm going to do another tag. Season today is wearing this. Oh, I forgot to say, she's the Ruby Awake Real Born by Bountiful Baby. So today she's wearing this terry cloth sleeper with this cute little collar. Is it a Peter Pan? Sort of. I guess you would call that a Peter Pan collar. And it has the little fold over cuffs to protect her little cloth hands. This one is like trying to come out of the sleeve. There we go. And a friend gave me this because she cannot stand the texture of terry cloth and I love it. And it's just so cozy. And normally I would like feel bad if I couldn't tell you something about what color the outfit was or whatever, but this one, honestly, I really don't care because it just feels so nice. So the reason that we are all cozied up like this is because we are going to do a tag by Mandy at Mandy's Cuddlebug Nursery, who is actually who I adopted this little one from. And her tag is what gives you comfort. So it has 5 questions and I have my braille display that I'm going to read them off of. If you haven't seen this is what it looks like. And it's basically like a computer screen that displays braille instead of print. It has these little pins that change positions based on the letters that it needs to read. And for those who may be curious, I'll just give a little bit of information about it here. This one is very loud because it is the cheapest model available anywhere. And so it makes a lot of noise. Typically, they aren't this noisy. You will hear it make this sound as I use it. I don't like to use this in videos because it does make that annoying clicking sound. But I do need it for the tags that have multiple questions. So I'm going to use it. And this is kind of a luxury item. Like, you would think this should be, you know, a necessity for all blind people, but it's kind of a luxury item because they are so very expensive. So anyway, let's get into the questions. Number 1, do reborns comfort you and why? Yes, they definitely do. As for why, I think it's because, first of all, because of the weight. There's something about holding something weighted that's very, very calming. For anxiety, I also use weighted blankets and things like that, and then there's just their sweetness. Like, this little face makes me smile almost every time I pick her up. And the way she just like molds to me just makes me feel comforted. So I think that's why. I am going to give a caveat here and say that there are points that I can reach where depression is so severe that I don't even want to pick up these little babies, because I don't know, like something kicks in that tells me that um, I'll contaminate them. And I think that comes from a few instances where I was really depressed and trying to use the dolls to comfort myself, and it didn't work. And I just like felt really devastated by that. So once I reach that level, I kind of know that it won't help. And so I don't put myself in that position. But typically, like if it's just been a bad day or whatever, anything minor like that, then yes, they absolutely do comfort me. And the other reason why is because I just love babies and I love kids, and they're just so innocent. And with these reborns, you get all the fun parts and none of the work. So there's that. Number 2, your favorite comfort food. Ooh, this is really, really hard. So I am going to pick a sweet and a savory one because I couldn't pick just one. My favorite savory comfort food, even then, it's kind of a tie. A tie between mashed potatoes and macaroni and cheese, and if I can have them both, that's even better. This is making me hungry just thinking about it. It doesn't help that I'm recording this at like almost dinner time. And sweet, ooh, definitely ice cream for sure. The chocolatier the better. Or anything like creamy and chocolatey, or chocolate and peanut butter. Yeah. Super healthy choices. 3, your comfort movie. So at first I thought I didn't have a comfort movie. I definitely have a couple of comfort TV shows, and those are Call the Midwife or certain episodes of Star Trek, but especially Call the Midwife. I love, 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 love that show. And then I thought about it some more and I realized what my comfort movie was, and I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So I am basically a kid at heart. I joke all the time that I'm like an overgrown child. And I still just really love like Disney movies and, you know, things like that. And I would have to say that when I am at my saddest, the thing that I always want to watch is Snow White. And I know Disney's come a long way since then. I know a lot of people think it's really cheesy, and I understand why. But yeah, that's my comfort movie. Like if I'm really, really sad, that's what I want to watch. Number 4, your comfort book. I have so many of these. Reading, especially listening to audiobooks, is one of the main things that I do to comfort myself. And yeah, I have a lot of comfort books. The ones that I've been falling back on lately are the Lord of the Rings trilogy and The Hobbit. And so, but I just have a lot. Like the whole Harry Potter series, except for book 7, there's like nothing comforting about book 7. I love Harry Potter, but there's nothing comforting about book 7. The Chronicles of Narnia. The Little House books. The Little House books are another comfort series. I reread that series maybe about once a year. And yeah, that is definitely one of them. So I don't have comfort books. I have whole series of comfort books. 5, your comfort music. So music is another huge thing for me, and there's a lot of it, and it really depends on what mood I'm in. So if I'm in the mood where I just don't want to have to think and just need to relax and breathe, then I love to listen to Enya. And if I'm just gonna cradle her for a second, just to change her position a little bit. But if I need to think, then if I need to like work through a problem or think through or pray through a problem, then I turn to hymns or contemporary Christian music, especially. If there's some combination of those two things, there's a group called Scripture Lullabies, and they have like, I want to say like 5 or 6 albums now, and it's beautiful, gentle music that is all, the lyrics are all based in scripture. And so I like to listen to them, especially at night when I'm trying to fall asleep. Also, Yanni is another artist who, not all of his music, some of it's like too weird for me, but some of it is music that we listened to a lot in my childhood. There's a hair. Why is there such a long hair? Oh my goodness. Okay. Sorry. But yeah, we had a couple of Yanni albums that we would listen to in the car when I was a kid, and to this day they're like really comforting. I have another album that I actually bought when we took our family trip to the Outer Banks when I was 14, and it's called Angels of the Sea, and it's beautiful instrumental music with ocean sounds. And I don't mean just like waves or whatever, but like the birds, the whales, all kinds of ocean life. And that's very comforting. And playing music is really comforting to me too, and so is singing. So yeah, music is a big one. And there are lots of other things that are comforting to me, like wrapping up in a really soft, fluffy blanket, or wearing a soft, fluffy robe, or something like that. Sitting in a rocking chair, just all kinds of things. But the absolute number one thing that gives me comfort is not a thing at all. It's a person, and that's Jesus. And if I'm not focused on him and not in a good place spiritually, then none of these other things really help. And I feel that that's so important to acknowledge that. And so I wanted to add that to the end of this tag. But this is a great tag. I'm really looking forward to finding some other responses to it, and watching them and finding out what is comforting and soothing to some of my other friends in the dolly community. So thank you, Mandy, for this awesome tag. I hope you enjoyed seeing your little niece, Season. She's so cuddly. By far, she is like one of the most comforting of my reborns. Not absolutely, or at least she's tied with at least one other one, but she is just the nicest, cuddliest to hold. So anyway, that is it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will be back again soon with someone and something else. So until then, take care, everyone, and God bless. Remember, love each other and give yourself grace.